Survival. I am Aldous, and this is 60 Seconds. I've been wanting to play this game for a long time, so I'm really excited to finally do this. I've seen a few people play this on YouTube, so I'm excited to do it. So we're actually going to do Survival mode, because the actual Apocalypse mode is too hard for me, because I really suck at scavenging. Okay, so we're going to do the easy difficulty. Yes. Because I've never played before. I did the drill. That's how I know I suck so much at the scavenging. I was really bad at it. Alright, so if you don't know anything about this game, basically, it's sometime during the Cold War. I don't know, based on their outfits, I would guess maybe the 70s. And a nuclear bomb has dropped, and now we have to survive in our shelter. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're together, we can make it work down here. Remember, hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Much better than I could have done on my own. Okay, so we don't need anything for the first day. There are only so many things you can do in a tiny bunker, so we thought, hey, why not play some games? They're not just for kids, you know. There's so many things in the shelter I don't even know what they are, like I've never seen them before. Like this, what is this? Padlock. We played I Spy, and it was pretty fun for the first 3 minutes. After that, everyone got bored of the letter W. I should probably mention, I mention this a lot, but I feel the need to mention at the beginning of every Let's Play, just so you know, that I am dyslexic, so if the reading is like really messed up, that's why. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Nothing new to report on Timmy. Everything's been fine for Dolores thus far. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. Alright, I don't think we need any supplies. No one's gonna go up just yet. We're either going crazy, or this entire shelter is crawling with little insects, or worse. It's worse, they're spiders. And not some miniature ones, but huge, furry, and creepy beasts. We need to do something about them. We'll do the bug spray. Don't want to waste our medkit on that. Oh, we don't have the Boy Scout book. Apparently that's like the most useful item. That's okay, we have like literally every other item, so I think we'll be fine. Oh, we don't have a radio either. Oh man. We're missing some of the most important things. When it's us or them, there shouldn't be any reservations when it comes to choosing your arsenal. We knew those spiders stood no chance against well-aimed bug-killing spray, so we used it. When it was over, the few remaining spiders fled. We started cleaning up and claimed an unexpected prize, a soup can that we didn't notice before. It was well hidden in the shadows and under a few layers of dead spiders. Awesome. We should get Mary Jane something to drink. Some water, water, water. Okay, they don't need it just yet. They can survive a little longer without it. Still irradiated, and I don't think we need too much. Except for, like, the most important items, like a radio. We'll send someone out soon. Confined spaces are not a very friendly environment, and we quickly got into an argument over some trivial things. If this keeps on, we might find ourselves in a nasty place. That is not a nice drawing. Who drew that? Was that you, Timmy? Don't draw things like that, Timmy. I worry about you, Timmy. Everything's gonna be okay, Timmy. Okay. There's nothing better than the quiet after the storm. Or was it the other way around? Mary Jane keeps fainting. Water. 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 We'll give everyone water tomorrow. Contamination is so strong. It's really weird when you get the feeling that something is watching you. Our shelter is tiny, but this has been bugging us for a while now. We checked all the closets and no one's hiding there. Is there something alive down here besides us? Maybe a rodent of some kind? If so, we need to show it that we are the dominant species in this little paradise of ours. Axe it, then. Whatever it is. was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere in one of those nasty little holes. Water, 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 and water. Okay, we'll give everyone water today. Contamination is still strong, so we send no one out. Surviving down here is no walk in the park. It won't get easier. We're hopeful this will blow over soon and life will be back to what it used to be. Or else we might face dangers we've never dreamt of. Day 6. We're trying our best to remain calm. The situation we're in is far from normal, and we might never get used to it. We hope the help comes soon. Mary Jane is hungry. Tim should eat something. Dolores is fine. And Ted is fine. So just the kids are hungry then. So we'll give both of them food. Still irradiated. We've always wanted to throw a party with a huge cake. For some reason, it never worked. The one time, we were promised a great cake, and it turned out it was a lie. That was a disappointment. We weren't glad. We're definitely getting a cake when the radioactive clouds are gone. Nice joke. I heard there are also a bunch of Fallout jokes in this game. But I don't know anything about Fallout, so... Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything. Tim is on his best behavior. Dolores would really like to eat something. Ted is hungry. Okay, food for the adults today. Contamination is still strong. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Well, we could do that if we had a radio, but we don't have a radio. We need to send someone out to find one, eventually. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. That's what I'm saying! It's either that, or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Water, 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 and water. You can wait. Still irradiated. We really need to get that radio. We were discussing plans for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered they came from a small group of riot survivors. They were a sorry sight, and we weren't surprised that they requested aid. They asked us to provide anything we could, water, food, or medical supplies, but we're not giving them our medkit. How much? We have 7 bottles of water and 8 cans of soup. So we can spare some soup. We have a lot of it. Our visitors had problems finding enough words to express their gratitude. Many tears were shed, smiles and hugs exchanged, and they wished us all the best. It's a great feeling to be helping someone out. They left soon after to seek shelter in the ruins of our town. We hope they make it out there. Mary Jane keeps fainting. Water, 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 and water. Okay, tomorrow we'll give you guys water. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Those poor people are out there in that radioactive stuff. That's not good. We really miss the life we had. The space, the sky, the food, more food. We wish we could go back to a time before this damned bomb dropped. Day 10. What we make of today will be our tomorrow. Let's make it right. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We have some water, 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 and water. Okay, so everyone gets water today. Looks like the area is still irradiated. Come on. We really need a radio. I mean, we'll be fine to survive down here for a long time because we've got a lot of food and water, but we really need to get that radio. Playing a game or two might be a good way to relieve the mood and take our minds off the problems of today and tomorrow. And hey, playing games is good for you, so why not give it a try every now and then? We played Truth or Dare when it turned out we only kept asking questions, and the most common was, are we going to eat anything besides tomato soup? Whenever I say soup anywhere ever, I always read it as stoop, and I don't know why. Tomato soup. We decided that's enough games for now. Mary Jane is fine, nothing to report on Timmy, Dolores is fine, and Ted is fine. All is well. Still can't go out. A group of people dressed in green pajamas knocked on our hatch. It's not something that we anticipated. That's exactly what happened. Furthermore, they insisted that they are merry men that was to take from the rich and give to the poor. We're pretty poor, so maybe we could use some new French and we'd let them in. No, we have so many supplies. Are you kidding me? They're gonna steal all our shit. We didn't answer those peculiar calls, and we didn't answer those peculiar calls and kept our door locked until the noises outside faded away. We're not exactly sure we want those people to come back. It sounded harmless enough, but can harmless people be trusted in these troubled times? They might be worse than those who don't seem harmless at all. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Timmy should eat something. Dolores is fine, and Ted is fine. Okay, food for the kids. Contamination is still strong. Oh dear, we just remembered we plan on taking a trip south in 2 months. If it's still there, we are going, right? We're pretty sure they don't bomb warm places. Planning far ahead is usually a good strategy, but for now, we should be more interested in our plan for water rationing. Water. Okay, food for the adults today. Still can't go out. Before the world turned into an unforgiving, dead wasteland, we were friends with almost everybody in our town, including the old man Jim, who would shamble through our street and often always said hello. When we wanted to visit him once, he gave us an address that took us to a park. Old man Jim was such a joker. It appears that he survived the blast, since he's at our door right now, asking if we want to buy a rock. No? You need to really be careful with door-to-door salesmen. Way too often they try to sell you junk like that. We like to think we make informed and reasonable purchases, like this apron with the American flag we got just before the blast. It was a real bargain. The old man didn't sell aprons, so obviously we told him to go away. Water. Okay, tomorrow. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to a well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those who know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military, with the freaking radio. We don't have one. Day 15. Blah, blah, blah. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We will give something to drink. Water, and water. Okay, water for everybody. Contamination is still strong. The other day we heard a quiet knock on our shelter, but when we opened, we only found a suitcase on our doorstep, and there was no one around. It isn't signed, but it sure looks like it's meant for us. Should we check out what's inside? Yeah, sure, why not? As long as it can't be something that awful in there, can it? Can there? And if there is, we have like a medkit and stuff. We'll be fine. Oh man, Timmy, no. What happened? It was an innocent-looking bottle of water, so we took a sip. We thought we got lucky, but it was all a lie. Either that, or the water was irradiated, or it was some kind of biological weapon. It made us feel pretty sick. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine today. Timmy is sick. Dolores is fine, and Ted is fine. Okay, we'll use the med kit on Timmy. Still irradiated. Mary Jane has been awful silent today. This is very unlike her. Should we try talking to her? Well, of course. Why would I say no to that? Just like, no, don't talk to your daughter. Just leave her to suffer. Talk to her. Make her feel better. Oh wow, look at that beard. Nothing solves problems better than an honest conversation over a hot beverage. We don't have the latter, but talking alone seems to have done the trick. Mary Jane is fine. Timmy was cured. Dolores is fine. Ted is fine. We had thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow. It seems it's ringing now. Should we send someone to answer it? Okay, sure, yeah, Dolores, go answer that. Everything looks fine. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Dolores is safe. Mary Jane is hungry. Timmy is hungry. Yeah, the kids are hungry. Yeah, tomorrow the adults will probably be hungry. That's how this seems to go. State of the wasteland remains unknown to us. Maybe we should risk it and go out. After all, you only live once. Yeah, sure. I think the only way to know if the wasteland is no longer radiated is with a radio. So, we might as well go outside. We do have a gas mask, so that will help. Yeah, we'll send someone out. We don't know what's going on the surface. And we won't know because we don't have a radio. Say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clues what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Mary Jane needs water. Dolores is fine, and Ted is hungry. Okay, so Dolores isn't hungry today. That's strange. Well, we'll just give Ted food. Who should we send outside? Let's send Timmy out. I'm sure Timmy will do fine. Which supplies should we take with him? We'll give him the suitcase so he can take a bunch of things. The gas mask, I think, is a good thing for him to have. The axe. And the map. Alright, you go, Timmy. Oh man, our shelter looks so empty after he's taken all that stuff. Oh, I should have given him water before he left. Dang it, hopefully he'll be okay. Dolores is hungry. Okay, water for everybody, and food for Dolores. It's not easy to be calm in these circumstances. Hopefully we will keep our peace, or else we might need to act like wolves. Survival of the fittest after all. Oh man, what happened to you? Being stuck in such a tiny shelter would make anyone a bit apathetic. We need to stay calm and await rescue. Surely they're coming for us, right? Mary Jane is fatigued, Dolores is fine, and Ted is fatigued. Well, alright then. We need a radio. Timmy, please bring us back a radio. I don't know how long he's out for, so I'm not sure when he'll come back. There's one thing we need to do, it's use a radio on a regular basis. Yeah, I know. Mary Jane is fine. Dolores is fine, and Ted is fine. Our hideout was approached by a man we didn't know. He claimed he used to be an accountant, but now he survives as a trader and a gambler. He offered us a card game for a bet of 2 bottles of water. I don't know if that's worth it if we lose. I'm gonna say no. Is that Timmy? Timmy, you're back! And you brought water! Maybe it would have been worth it then. Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example does that set for the kids? We need supplies. We're not going to get them like that. We'd sooner rob someone. We sent that man away. Good riddance. We're so afraid for Timmy, but he came back to the wasteland and saved with us. Now, oh man, we're missing some things that we sent out with him. That's not good. What is it that we're missing? The axe is one of the things that we gave him. Was there something else, or was it just the axe? I think it was just the axe. What did you do with our axe, Timmy? Nature Town used to be a big parking lot. Now it looks more like a junkyard. Most vehicles are completely wrecked or burned down. We figured it was still worth checking out. Under the burned remains of a picnic table, we found some bottled water. Those bottles were not in the best state, but their contents looked perfectly drinkable. 2 bottles of water. Returned from the expedition, but our axe didn't make it. Well, Timmy's not thirsty? Well, he should be. We'll give him some food. We're not certain about the situation on the surface. A trip could be risky. We could really use the supplies. Yeah, we need to send someone. We still don't have a radio. We always thought life could be much better. That was before we got nuked. Now we think life could be much better. In a way, not that much has changed. I'm not sure who we're gonna send. I think we can only send Dolores, but I'm not sure. Living in the past is not wise in our current situation. We need to think of today and tomorrow. Mary Jane is hungry. Timmy is hungry. Yeah. Okay. That was food for the kids, right? Yes. Food for the kids. Alright, oh, we can send everyone except for Timmy. Okay. Let's send Ted. I'm not sure how much, like, sending out, like, supplies, like, helps. Because, I mean, I don't want to lose all of our shit. We'll give him the map and the flashlight. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find something to drink. Timmy should eat something. How are we getting Timmy something to drink? Dolores will not survive without water any longer. I never remember to give them stuff before they leave. Dang it! Okay, so Timmy's hungry. And water for everyone else. After Dolores returned from the last expedition, she was complaining of a minor foot injury. It might have been her right foot or maybe her left foot, one of them anyway. It seemed irrelevant at the time, but now both of her feet are swollen and we need to do something about it. Well, we can't do anything about it, so we don't have any supplies. Maybe Ted will bring something back. Hopefully a radio. And a medkit. Oh man. We didn't do anything about the infected wounds. After all, our ancestors could survive without all that fancy medicine. Why should we listen to the doctors? Dolores is looking more sickly, though. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happens for Mary Jane today. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Dolores is hungry and is sick. Well, there's nothing we can do about that, so we'll just have to give her food and hope that she's okay. We never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. The good news is they're probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is they're huge and will probably attack us if they get the chance. Well, there's nothing we can do. Ted better bring back some good supplies. Well, man. Yuck, a mutant cockroach. They're kind of cute, actually. I don't know, is it just me? Oh my, that thing is huge, and there goes another one. Roaches everywhere, we're doomed, we already feel all dirty. Nothing to do with Mary Jane, Timmy is fatigued, and Dolores is sick. This is not good. We were sure we'd look through our supplies carefully, but Mary Jane spotted something all of us missed. A seed, a plant seed. We should plant it to see what happens, but we need a bottle of water for that. How much water do we have? I don't know, we could get some food out of it. Let's give it a try. I think we have enough water to risk it. Ted is back! Oh, Ted, what did you... You broke our flashlight. Ted! Ted! Here goes nothing. Soil, seeds, water. We'll see what happens in a few days' time. Let's just hope these seeds don't turn into some useless flower. Mary Jane seems optimistic, though. Ted has returned from his voyage to the surface. We went on a trip to a more specific place this time, the local museum on Tranquility Lane. Several rooms and a corridor wall decorated with some charred paintings that survived the blast. The whole place doesn't look that bad. It's almost like a modern art exhibit. In front of the museum canteen, we found a box with some water bottles in it. It was probably left there by some delivery company. That delivery company is probably out of business now. Our guess is that it was blown out of the market. Ha! Puns! 2 bottles of water. We were hoping for some sweets or snacks, but all the museum canteen had to offer was tomato soup. Those poor tourists. 2 cans of soup. Curses our flashlight is out of service after that expedition. Water is what Mary Jane needs most right now. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Dolores is pretty fatigued. Ted is hungry. They're never thirsty when they come back. Yeah, let's prepare another expedition. We really need that radio. There's one thing we need to do to the radio on a regular basis, blah blah blah. Mary Jane needs a drink. Timmy needs water. Dolores needs water, and Ted is hungry. Okay, food for Ted. Who should we send outside? We're gonna send Mary Jane, but I'm going to remember to actually give her food and water this time. I'm gonna give her both. Okay, Mary Jane. Should we send them supplies? Does it help them at all? Because it seems just to be like breaking all of our shit. And I'd hate to lose all of our shit. Yeah, I think that's all she needs. We won't give her anything else, right? Yeah, we'll just give her that. That's good. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Timmy needs water. Dolores needs water. Ted is hungry and needs water. Okay, water for everybody and food for Ted. Turns out Mr. Freeman, the physics teacher at Timmy's school, was right. 1 + 1 does indeed make 2. In our case, it's 2 or more cockroaches because those little bastards just keep coming. We need to clean up our mess or end up with full-blown infestation. We can shoot the cockroaches? Okay, let's do it. Let's shoot them. This seems like a bad idea. To do it anyway. Looks like the cockroaches are gone. Everything looks fine. Victory is ours. The roaches lie defeated. Oh, this is a glorious day for all remaining humanity. Humans are the dominant species once again. Timmy is hungry. Dolores is fine. And Ted is fine. Alright, food for Timmy. We really miss the life we had, the space, the sky, the food, more food. We wish we could go back to a time before this blah blah blah. Oh, I'm worried about Dolores. I think she's gonna die. She's just so sick. Hopefully Mary Jane brings back something good. Who knows, maybe the new world will offer some opportunities and won't be that bad. Timmy is good. Dolores is hungry. And Ted is fine. Okay, food for Dolores. We didn't think we'd get a chance to increase our food supply by simply playing a card game, but blah blah blah. 2 cans of food, we win, we get his 2 cans, we lose, we give him 2 cans. How much do we have? 4.25. No, I don't think so. Sorry about that, I'm still sick. Gambling is a terrible habit, blah blah blah. Timmy is thirsty, Dolores is thirsty, and Ted is thirsty. You guys can wait. Tentacles? Tentacles everywhere. Is that a monster from Mars? Wait, they're not tentacles. It's that damn plant Mary Jane was growing. It's mutated and out of control. Are those teeth? They're huge. We need to do something. Oh no, and we have nothing we can defend ourselves with. Mary Jane isn't even here to take responsibility. Hopefully everything's okay. There's nothing we could do to fight that damn plant. We're lucky it didn't eat us alive, but it did steal some of our food. In what reality does a plant need a tomato soup can? Is that even a world worth living in? We lost 2 cans of soup from that! God damn it, Mary Jane! Steve's in terrible shape, we need to give him some water. Dolores will not survive without water. Ted looks like he's open for the way to give him water. Everyone needs water tomorrow. Playing a game or two might be a good way to blah 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 blah. I'm gonna end this episode here, so like it if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay awesome.